Hey, working mom. Welcome to Order Meets Style. I'm Zizi Man, professional organizer with Firefly Bridge Organizing. I'm here to provide you with simple tips and ideas to organize your home so that you can love the way your home looks and functions, and so you're proud to invite anyone over anytime without stressing out about clutter. Ready for a beautifully organized home that makes you smile every time you walk in? Well, let's make it happen. Hi, welcome to the show. Today, we're going to sneak a peek into furniture as a service. This is a way to get a piece of furniture without worrying that you might end up hating it next month, and then regret your purchase. It's also a way to be more sustainable when you need furniture, but you are really looking for a style that matches you. But before we get into the details, I'd like to ask if you would leave a written review in Apple Podcasts for Order Meets Style today. Reviews make a real difference in people finding and listening to the podcast. Just one sentence is all it needs to be, something you enjoy about the show or a favorite episode. I would really appreciate it if you could do that. So furniture as a service is an important part of circular furniture design. And that doesn't mean round furniture. It means furniture that's made with the circular economy in mind. A circular economy is one in which materials and products are kept in circulation for as long as possible. So as you can imagine, expanding and working on a circular economy is vital to reducing just the volume of stuff that we keep adding to landfills and in slowing climate change. And it's also generally a smart thing to do, right? Reuse whatever can be reused for as long as it can be reused. It just makes sense. And of course, the ultimate circular situation in furniture is to buy from the secondhand market, right? Because when you buy what's already been produced, that's already in circulation, then you're not creating any more demand for the brand new items that need materials to be sourced, energy to produce it, and so on. While many people will go to the secondhand market to buy a piece of furniture, there's a growing demographic of professionals who have disposable income and they have a preference for high quality, high style, and highly durable goods. And they're turning to furniture as a service as a new type of solution for finding furniture that they can test out or use just for only a short while. Well, so we're in the process of helping a young family unpack and organize their new home right now. And they've just made an international move to Miami. And since this is the sort of a trial run for them to see if they really want to live here long term, they're renting a furnished home. And what struck me about this home is that, well, it's incredibly beautiful and the modern furnishings are really great, but there is not very much storage where you need it. The main bedroom is really big, and so the actual owners have a sectional sofa in there with a big coffee table. It's a great, beautiful sitting area. But in the closet, there are very few drawers for this family to use. And so they need to get a dresser and a shoe rack and that kind of thing to place in the bedroom somewhere between this sectional sofa and the glass doors looking outside. Now they went straight to IKEA, to the IKEA website to pick things out, knowing that ultimately they needed something temporary that they can then sell back to IKEA if they choose not to stay in Miami or they move to a different home and they don't need these dressers anymore. So all of this made me think about those of us living in our homes and trying to furnish our homes for various reasons, right? Maybe you just moved in, or maybe you've remodeled and expanded your home, or maybe simply that your child is ready for a bigger bed. Whatever the case may be, we need furniture. And then begins the process of trying to find that perfect piece of furniture. Furniture is a really significant investment. It's not cheap. And so you want to make sure that you get it right. Because have you ever bought a sofa and then pretty soon you're second guessing your choice or the color, or you're not sure if the print, if you're going to continue liking this print in a bit. Or maybe a designer recommends a bar cabinet for your living room, but once it's in your home, in your house, in the space, you just don't like it or you don't like how it fits in there. It's frustrating and it's heartbreaking, isn't it? Now, of course, you can try to return it, but remember that a lot of furniture retailers don't accept any furniture that's been customized in any way. So if you choose a particular fabric for your sofa, a particular print, you're probably not going to be able to just return it. And also, the burden of making these returns is often put on you, the customer. You having to call and get that return authorization number, you having to figure out the schedule and when they can come and pick up the furniture and so on. So, furniture manufacturers and designers who care about sustainability are focusing on circular design. Yes, and one brand you've certainly heard of is IKEA. On their website, IKEA explains that they're working towards their value chain becoming circular by 2030. That's not very far from now. And circular not only means recyclable, but it also means sourcing renewable and recycled materials to use in the products. It means that the products are repairable or passing products on into the secondhand markets, or the products can be remanufactured, meaning it can be disassembled and then parts of it are used to manufacture other products. And that's how IKEA is planning and working on circular, more sustainable design. In fact, you can probably now sell some pieces of furniture back to IKEA if it's still in very good shape, and they will resell it in their stores in a special section called the As Is section. In my store, it's just before you reach the checkout lines. So that's a really great option if you're ready to upgrade or you're moving, so you don't have to figure out what to do with that furniture that you don't need anymore. But there is also something called furniture as a service. So instead of selling furniture to a customer, some companies are viewing furniture usage as a service that they can offer to consumers. You might remember the store called Rent-A-Center, the store that allowed you to rent or rent to own. Okay, so this is similar to that, but definitely more upscale, more durable furniture, more styled furniture, more like renting designer furniture. It's basically a subscription model, right? Like Netflix for streaming video content, or Rent the Runway for clothing. You pay a monthly fee to rent the pieces of furniture that you want. Some companies allow for short rental terms, like 1 month or 3 months, and others will offer longer term rentals, like a year or longer. You will probably pay more the shorter your rental term is, more monthly the shorter your rental term is. Now, as you imagine, this type of model has been growing ever since COVID, as some employers are reopening offices, or instead of reopening offices, they're reducing in-office work and they're accepting more remote workers. And so because the workplace is in such flux, up and downs in the numbers, having the ability to rent high-quality office furniture works great for both for use at the office, but also for use at home for those workers who work remotely and they don't want to invest a big chunk in office furniture to use at home. One company, though, that I was able to find in the US that specializes in residential high-end furniture with this furniture as a service model is called ZZ Driggs. And I've put the link to their website in the show notes for you. I love their website because, well, one, it's not office furniture. And two, it's not all modern furniture. And three, you can search for pieces based on the room you're looking to furnish, or the function of the furniture you're looking for, or the style of furniture that you're looking for. And yes, they do carry traditional style furniture and industrial style furniture and many other styles. So don't believe that sustainability and the circular economy has to do with only the very modern aesthetic, okay? There's also a company called Court, which is a company that does furniture as a service rentals for offices, certainly, but also think of them for short-term apartment rentals or shorter-term work assignments for expats or executive moves. And I've put the link to Court's website in the show notes as well. And you can certainly look at them for your home as well. But just in my opinion, these aren't the unique pieces that we're sometimes looking for to make a big statement in our rooms. Whereas ZZ Driggs is really the unique designer style looks, the more artisan style looks that you might be looking for. So if you've been feeling stuck about finding the right piece of furniture for your house, the perfect sofa, the dining chair that's the right size and has a beautiful print, or the fantastic armoire you want for your guest room, well, you can test it out by looking at a furniture as a service company. And by the way, many of these companies will allow you to rent to own or to buy pieces outright as well, if that's what you're looking for. And of course, this type of service is great for those people who are relocating temporarily or just moving into a new home and need to get started furnishing their entire home. Or simply for those of you who want to be more sustainable to support the circular economy while finding beautiful furniture for your home. And you're kind of worried that you might not like this style next year, which is the category that I might fall into. Well, thank you all so much for listening today. And thank you for writing a quick review on Apple Podcasts for me. Enjoy your week, and I will meet you here again next week.